And a happy Thursday evening to you folks. And it's opening night. Great to be here with you, Clark.
Always great to be with you as well, B.A. And this is perhaps my favorite night of the year when you talk about the NBA opening night. So much excitement, so much anticipation, and we know the rest of the season will deliver.
Here are the five for the Suns. Devin Booker out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. Then there's Nick Richards. And it's Durant in at the three, the small forward. Embiid misses.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Durant. Here's Booker. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
They were out-hustled on the boards the last time these teams met.
Yeah, and that turned the tide to rebounding differential. They've got to focus and make it a team effort to really pound the glass.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse, and he let me in on their strategy for Devin Booker. He said no easy shots for Booker tonight. We only want him taking off-balance tough looks. At least that's our hope. Sounds like they'll be throwing everything they can at Booker defensively, B.A.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
No good with the triple.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
Left side, Durant. Rebound, Anthony Davis. For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Lets a three fly. Fires it in the triple.
Well, Anthony Davis has a nice high-arching jump shot. I love seeing him shoot it from here. Hard for the defense to match up with him.
Now here's Durant. Booker finds Durant to the left wing. Booker with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the inside. Here's Richards. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
When you look at the career numbers of Booker, here's a guy who has really increased his assist numbers.
Antetokounmpo against Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it go from the wing. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Now here's Durant. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
Durant looking around.
2 minutes.
Antetokounmpo against George. Back to Durant. Throws it up high. George with a steal. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. And the shot goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Recognizes the fast break opportunity and takes full advantage. Gilgeous-Alexander has a solid feel for the game.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. All right, let's take a quick pause and look at the best shooting teams from last season. 5th best, the Suns.
They were so consistent with their shooting. Maybe not lights out, but they played smart and didn't let good looks go to waste.
.141 left in the first quarter of the game. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Trailing by 5. And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
Suns trail by 8. And 1:01 left now in the first quarter. Durant with it. Guarded now by George. Gilgeous-Alexander against Booker. Shoots over George. Ooh, nice D from George.
Yeah, the half-and-half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Now here's George. Wide open look. And there's Gilgeous-Alexander on the assist by George. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 points. Gilgeous-Alexander's gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. A nice shot by Booker.
Pretty swift release that time from Booker. Getting it away just in time.
Embiid against Wembanyama. Embiid with it. Over Wembanyama. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama. And so it's Philadelphia up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. We'll be right back after this word. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from Philadelphia, what do you guys think?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Suns trail by 8. And so, in the game for Phoenix, they've got Nick Richards, Devin Booker out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Kevin Durant, and it's Wembanyama in at the 4 spot. And for Philadelphia, they're shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said, the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie. And it's Phoenix's ball. 11-point game. Outside Booker. Let's go with a 3. Oh, yeah! Booker dialing long distance.
For 3.
Oh, that was quick. Booker getting those 3 points back easily.
Philadelphia has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Well, Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. Book can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Richards. 5 on the clock. Here's Durant. Checked by Davis. And Durant gets it to go.
This is what puts KD in elite company. He's so good at catch and shoot.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
All right, coming up to the score right now, Philadelphia.
And here we now get a look back on the best shot blockers in the NBA last season. Victor Wembanyama, number 1. The 4th spot held by Anthony Davis.
The way these two guys patrol the floor, it's impressive. It changes how the offense attacks, especially inside.
Close the net on 2 minutes played here in the second. Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. George, a deep 3. The Sixers again can't hit. Suns trail by 6. Outside Wembanyama. Pass to Durant. Back to Wembanyama. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. The fadeaway. Yes! And it's Wembanyama picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. And here's George. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
George against Booker. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Cans it with nobody near him. And it's a 7-point 76ers lead.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Wembanyama, pass to Durant. 1:44 left to play in the half. Embiid against Wembanyama. Booker for three. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now. It's George on the wing. Antetokounmpo covering. Pass to Embiid. Shoots over Booker. That one no good. Good D by Wembanyama. Suns trail by 7. Takes one from 10 feet. And the basket by Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got 5.
And the ball handling of Antetokounmpo, my goodness, really unreal. For a guy his size, his dribbling is ridiculous.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Here they come. Sixers.
Second in free throw percentage, and they did a great job of protecting the ball. Second fewest in turnovers. That's tough to accomplish in today's fast-paced style.
And last year, the #1 ranking in steals just illustrated the level of effort that they put in on D. Gilgeous-Alexander against Antetokounmpo. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Embiid. The Sixers again can't hit.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 5 points in the game. Booker's shot is good.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. They've led by as many as 11. Pass to George. Antetokounmpo against Gilgeous-Alexander. Count the basket. He's got 15.
A strong start. And if anything, he's gotten better in the second quarter.
Antetokounmpo surveys. One second left. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for Philadelphia. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Joel, some fireworks early. What's going to be critical to keeping it rolling?
Just keep moving the ball, get stops, and I think the kids just moving the ball, playing together. We've been doing that, and we got some hot guys, and we got to keep fitting them.
Ball movement is key, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
Welcome, and fellas, what a half it's been for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, also known as SGA, and he hasn't been MIA today. Swerving off topic for a moment, I need you guys to weigh in on this. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh, man, it's a hot dog. Cheese, it's right there in the name.
Well, it's got meat, correct?
Right.
It has bread.
Right.
Isn't that what it takes to make a sandwich?
Stuff between bread?
That's not how it works. Every summer they have a hot dog eating contest, not a sandwich eating contest. They're different.
I really feel sandwiched between two great debaters. And time to switch gears. The Suns are in a close one after the first half of play.
In a game this close, you want to attack the paint. Get yourself some easy looks. Get to the line, man. Get to the line.
Yeah, they become addicted to the jump shooting. We have seen teams win that way, but inconsistently.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far. Neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Suns trail by 4. We've got Paul George. Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Davis in at the 3. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half. Booker's shot is good.
No question. Booker excels at finding shots. He can be a real point machine.
Antetokounmpo against Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Over Antetokounmpo. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Phoenix has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Here's Durant. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Philadelphia shooting about 43% in this one. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian, the Sixers' 2 stars make a great pairing. Maxey said of Embiid, since I was a rookie, he's had the ultimate faith and believed in me. And Embiid said of Maxey, he's something else. Always smiling with the same energy. Good games, bad games, always the same. People like that set the tone for everybody else. Brian?
That's a good call, Allie. Thank you.
The ability of Davis to shoot from out there really does open the floor for him.
Well, Clark, the first 9 years of his career, he played mostly power forward. But over the last 3, Anthony Davis playing a lot of center.
And I think his game has become more focused on staying in the paint, which is where he's dominant. He's added tons of strength over the years. He's using that to his advantage. He's always been one of the special players in the league, in my opinion. And he's still one of the top 15 guys in the league.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. All right, now that we have a second, let's take a look at which teams cashed in on the fast break last year. 5th best, Philadelphia.
You know, it really made for some exciting games the way this team ran the floor, always maintaining impressive energy in transition.
Davis finds Drummond. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 15 points in the game. 6 on the shot clock. Goes up on the wing. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got his 5th assist in this one.
Yeah, total focus from Shai there. Ready to go off the feed.
Now here's Booker. He's got 10. Again, the Suns good for 2.
A nice start to the third. 3 out of 4 and looking good doing it.
Philadelphia leading by 3. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. George with it. Now guarded by Booker. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target from the wing.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Here's Booker. Here's the teardrop. It's rebounded by George. George has got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. From 18 feet away. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Outside Booker. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to be on Anthony Davis.
Yeah, known as one of the game's most talented scorers, Booker is locked in on wanting to compete for championships.
Phoenix shooting their first free throws here for the night.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for him. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
First one falls.
Yeah, just an offensive machine. Booker generates points consistently, night in and night out.
Both free throws good from Booker.
Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to George. 6 to shoot. Drummond for 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. Wembanyama's got 7 rebounds in the game. Now Booker. Back to Antetokounmpo. Outside Booker. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Suns miss again. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. They've led by as many as 11. The Suns trailing. Booker finds Antetokounmpo. Back to Booker. Wembanyama against Embiid. Durant, pass to Antetokounmpo. And they double up Antetokounmpo. No luck on that one. The 76ers have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he's going for the lob. Oh, Davis finishing off the lob.
There's no stopping that. AD is too long and strong to bother that alley-oop.
Davis against Antetokounmpo. Durant with it. Philadelphia grabs the miss. Drummond's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. It's stolen by Wembanyama. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Philadelphia on top, leading by 3. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for the Suns, getting the fourth quarter going. They've got Kevin Durant. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Devin Booker. Then there's Wembanyama, and it's Richards in at the 5 down low. Gilgeous-Alexander, a good look. Nice open look, but it's no good. Suns trail by 3. Here's Antetokounmpo. Look at Giannis playing big inside against contact.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through it.
Pass to George. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 6 assists now in the game. Phoenix has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Wembanyama finds Durant. Outside Booker. Back to Durant. And there's the lob. Oh, got a piece of it. Stolen by Drummond. George feels it out a bit. Pass to Drummond. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away. And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
And another thing they've been exceptional at is their passing. On-target ball movement has gotten them a lot of assists tonight.
That one misses for Antetokounmpo. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Philadelphia, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. One shot.
That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
The skills of SGA, they're so unique. His ball handling, shooting, length. Not a lot of guys like Shai in the league.
Outside Wembanyama. Richards with a screen. Durant against George. Clock at 6. For 3, Booker. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since.
Davis. And the tip in on the offensive boards. And it's a 6-point 76ers lead. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Antetokounmpo outside. Pass to Richards. And there's a 3-second violation.
3 seconds. Sixers ball.
And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot and get stops.
The Sixers lead by 6. And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point.
It's time for dance camp. If you see yourself on the big screen, you know what to do. Show us your move.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. Stolen by Wembanyama. For 3, Booker. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got assist number 5 here tonight. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. Pass to Embiid.
2 minutes remaining.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. There's a minute 54 left in the fourth quarter here. 5 to shoot. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. 3-pointer Embiid. Showing some range. Embiid. Nice.
And that 3-pointer is big. Cancels out the triple at the other end and helps stretch out their lead.
You can sense that the crowd, guys, is starting to feel as though this game just might be theirs.
Booker drawing the double. Antetokounmpo inside. Checked by Davis. And Antetokounmpo the bucket on the assist from Booker. The Sixers lead by 4. 1:19 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Drummond with the ball. Richards is there. It's George on the wing. Booker defending. They get it again. Here's Drummond. Kicks it to George. 3-pointer. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Nice rhythm to that play right there, and George was ready to fire.
The Suns have gotten 4 or 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. To Antetokounmpo. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his first.
It's going to go on Andre Drummond.
Well, I tell you what, the long arms of Antetokounmpo are really incredibly lethal in the paint. Sometimes the defense really has no choice but to foul him and then hope he misses.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker.
You really have to appreciate and respect the spirit Giannis plays the game with, a beacon of energy and enthusiasm for his team. They all feed off of him, an attitude of joy and unselfishness.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
Yeah, you know, the Greek Freak is extremely versatile. He's a 5-position player and does all of it at an elite level.
Now here's Embiid. Gilgeous-Alexander finds George. That doesn't go either for George. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Here's Wembanyama. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. Antetokounmpo against Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's Philadelphia with the W. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
And BA, they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Joel, tonight was a statement win. What is it that people should know about this team?
You know, we tough, especially defensively. That's our motto. We want to guard, we want to get stops, and I think we did that pretty well tonight. But you know, we young, we learning every day, and we're gonna be really good.
The more reps, the better, and a lot to look forward to in the future. Thanks, Joel.
Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. And let's reveal our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
At guard,
Opening game, and what a great day it is. Greg, what are these players feeling as they tip off this new season?
It is always exciting to start a new season. Players are just filled with hope and optimism, especially after putting in all that offseason work.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Gobert is out there with Davis, and it's Leonard in at the 1. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Davis, the pass to Edwards. Outside Leonard. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Wembanyama outside. Dort passes to James. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Excellent coverage defensively. Making it hard on him.
And standing 6'9", Jaden McDaniels, possessing tremendous length for a perimeter defender.
Yeah, Kevin, and he can really move his feet, too. Jaden McDaniels is clearly one of the best and most versatile perimeter defenders in the league.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Wembanyama outside. James against Edwards. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. The Thunder with another miss. Minnesota with the ball. Here's Leonard. And it's Leonard again missing. Thunder coming to this one after the win against the Indiana Pacers. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Drilled from 11 feet out.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their fourth shot of the game.
Outside Edwards. Six to shoot. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Now Wembanyama. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets a floater go. Minnesota with the rebound. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you very much. I was able to talk with Mark Daigneault for a minute, and we talked about the tall task of facing Anthony Edwards. Coach said he is so physical. Ant looks more like a linebacker than a wing, so we can't foul Edwards too much. That's playing right into his hands. So they'll try to play him tight without sending him to the line. Not easy to do. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And so here is Oklahoma City following the bucket by the Timberwolves. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him. It's going to send LeBron James to the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. The Thunder shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
First team foul. At the line for your Thunder, LeBron James, shooting one.
Free throw good, LeBron.
The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. Whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
Now here's Leonard. Hasn't made one yet. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. And here's a look at some numbers for Chet Holmgren. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Last year, Coach, as you know, the Timberwolves making it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, that equaled their deepest run in team history, dropping that series to the Mavs. Minnesota has never been to the finals, one of 5 franchises who've yet to get there.
Now here's Edwards. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. It's stolen by Edwards. Quick shot there, and it's off target. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Holmgren kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Up and in on the layup.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Oh, here's Edwards. Pass to Leonard. Here's Davis. 5 on the clock. Here's Gobert. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. Gobert gets the bucket. Gobert's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, you know, Gobert is only going to shoot it when he gets a high percentage look like that.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots it up. Misses, and he wants that one back.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
And a closely contested grit and grind first quarter comes to a close. Thunder lead by 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
You know, I think they're going to be happy with how they played here early on.
Yeah, they're off to a smooth start, but that's no reason to get comfortable. You cannot let up in this league.
Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. Chet Holmgren out there with James. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Now here's Leonard. No scoring in this one. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Edwards. Fires away from way outside. LeBron grabs the miss. The Minnesota Timberwolves coming to this one following a loss to the Thunder. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. Jaden McDaniels has become an X factor for the Wolves. Mike Conley says, we know what he does defensively, but the offense that he can bring for us balances our unit. It's much needed. Guys tend not to think of him as an offensive player, but he does have that in his game. Kevin?
But I love the reference to an X factor. He definitely is that. All right, David, thank you. Edwards gone 50% from the arc, 1 of 2. James kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to James. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. James has got the lead up to 3 now for Oklahoma City. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
On the 43rd squad. That's right, everyone. It's time to 163rd.
And we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there are so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answers. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double-team him, send the second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their team.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
Now, here's George. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to James. Puts up a 3. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Outside, Davis. McDaniels with the ball. Back to Davis. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Gets an open look and hits.
And how about the touch on that mid-range? Davis has that shot on automatic.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to James. Gilgeous-Alexander sets the screen for LeBron. A fader lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. LeBron's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Thunder. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Outside, Davis.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
McDaniels against Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game.
First 2 fouls.
It's Davis on the wing. Back to Leonard. Clock at 6. Holmgren against Davis. Shoots over Holmgren, and Davis can't get it to go. Dort against Edwards. Dort passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gobert with the block.
So good at finding these rejections. Gobert has all the physical tools and razor-sharp reflexes as a defender.
The Thunder shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And he can't get the first one. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
And he's good on the second.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder, just an all-around terrific basketball player.
Now here's Leonard. Still yet to score. Has to Gobert. Now here's Edwards. Defended by Dort. Shot from the wing. Yep, it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Edwards.
Where doesn't Edwards score from? Even in the mid-range, he makes shots.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alteration.
There's a moment here now to see the numbers for Kawhi Leonard. Last season, he played outstanding, 11th in free throw percentage. And he was also extremely dependable behind the three-point line, finishing the season among the top 20 in three-point percentage.
And as you pointed out, he was top 5 in steals last season. Just a lethal combination of great physical ability and acute mental preparation.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And maybe the most storied high school player ever. It's amazing to think that LeBron's exceeded expectations at the pro level.
And so he hits both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Leonard the pass to Edwards. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists tonight.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
James a screen on Leonard. Gilgeous-Alexander finds James. Outside, Dort. For 3, Holmgren. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Floats one up.
What a play by Davis. You think you can get it over me? Nuh-uh. Not on my watch.
Here's Holmgren. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. So it's LeBron James making things happen for the Oklahoma City Thunder. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling and making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Thanks for tuning in. The story tonight with the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're in a close game.
You can't win playing passive at the offensive end. I mean, how many times did we see him at the free throw line?
Practically none. There were a few calls they thought should have gone their way, but you can't rely on the refs to bail you out. Taking a peek now at the upcoming schedule.
You know, right now for the Thunder, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone starts out undefeated. It is a hopeful time of year for everybody. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Minnesota with the ball, trailing by 4. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He is joined by McDaniels. Davis is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Leonard in at the point guard position. Shot from 12. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Of that attitude growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David.
Well, he hasn't made a shot, and his team is losing. Time to find another solution.
Holmgren wide open. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. And now it's a 9-point Thunder lead. And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for Minnesota.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this back court has kept them in the game.
Gilgeous-Alexander against McDaniel. Davis kicks to Leonard. Here's Edwards. Another miss by Minnesota.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors, starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
LeBron with a screen on McDaniel. Teams absorbing hits on the crowd.
Yeah, very hot start out of halftime, making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
Outside Edwards. Another miss by Minnesota.
Ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
And despite his young age, Coach Van Gundy, Anthony Edwards' leadership qualities growing day by day.
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot of it's because he is great at both ends of the court. Confident, charismatic, upbeat. He's learning that delicate balance between taking over a game and bringing his teammates along for the ride.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Davis with it. Pass to Leonard. Davis down low. Wembanyama on him. Davis, the pass to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gobert with a screen for Leonard. Trying to end the drought. Kawhi drills the three-pointer.
Just another place you have to take Leonard seriously. He's so capable from the outside.
Pass to Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Minnesota with the rebound. Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Very difficult to just stop Kawhi inside. He's a powerful player who commits to his attacks.
It's his first trip to the line.
And worth mentioning, guys, the free throw percentage he brought in from last season, how about 88%?
The first free throw is good.
Known for his incredible defense, Leonard's huge hands and timing really helped make an impact on that end.
Both good from the line that time. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh, my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the 2 biggest would be this. I think, number one, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those are things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
Pass to Dort. 46 seconds left in the third quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander against Edwards. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Timberwolves trail by 6. Outside Leonard. Back to Edwards. Pass to Leonard. Gobert with a screen on LeBron. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Outside, Dort. From deep. No good on the shot. And so it's Oklahoma City with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. LeBron James is out there with Chet Holmgren. And it's Wembanyama in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. LeBron left side. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And Dort gets it to go. Dort's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Thunder. Leonard against James. Outside Edwards. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 12 points for Anthony Edwards.
Well, it might not be fair, but most nights we expect Edwards to put up big scoring numbers. That's what you ask of your star. Not just poor defense there. You can't give up these kind of looks from the mid-range.
Here's Leonard. After the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Launches it. And there's Edwards on the assist by Leonard. Edwards got 5 points in the quarter.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Outside, James. Wembanyama outside. Off target from outside.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Outside Edwards. Edwards drawing the double team. Gobert the pass to Davis.
And really one of the most challenging covers in our game. Davis, hard to guard given how versatile he is.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
Well, the mid-range has been open for them, so you've got to take what the defense gives, and that's been a great attack in this situation.
And also, they took advantage of their quickness, got inside and blew through the open lanes. Great job of attacking the paint.
And that one falls for Davis.
And one of the best big men in the game, Davis continuing to prove how dominant he is.
And so Anthony Davis nails both of them.
And when healthy, Davis remains an absolute force in this league on both sides of the ball.
And the dunk by James.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Edwards passes to Leonard. Out to Edwards. Gilgeous-Alexander against McDaniel. Pass to Leonard. Over Wembanyama. And that one comes up a bit short.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
Dort against Edwards. Wembanyama left side. From 15 feet away. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 8 rebounds in this game. Edwards drawing the double team. Davis kicks to Leonard. Here's Gobert, and he drops in the way up off the glass.
Well, when you need a bucket, you can go to Gobert. A high percentage scorer who doesn't waste his attempts.
2 minutes remaining.
Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Plenty of space. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And 11 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Timberwolves trail by 6. Outside Edwards. Edwards drawing the double team. A 3 from Leonard. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Showing no hesitation and in a huge moment. Kawhi wants the ball when they need a bucket.
Now, here's Dort. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Leonard. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Edwards against Gilgeous-Alexander. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Edwards.
Well, you need a bucket? Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch gene.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to LeBron. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. LeBron outside. Shoots over McDaniel. Yes!
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Timeout. We've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now.
Party time! Here are your Thunder Girls!
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. He told them to pick up the pace. He said, if we're going to win, we have to seize this moment and act fast. He said, go all out or go home. Kevin?
Thank you, David. "51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Edwards drawing the double team. Nobody near Leonard. Right between the eyes. Oh, that was an enormous three-pointer. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Gilgeous-Alexander against Leonard. LeBron dishes to Holmgren. Back to James. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Leonard. Got it.
And where some feel stressed, Gilgeous-Alexander feels strength. Love the confidence from the young fella.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
No doubt. They might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
Nice try. It's all good. Get down! Let's see those moves!
Got 22 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Up top, Edwards. Defended by Dort. The three from Leonard. The three won't fall. And they commit an intentional foul. You see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you have to do that. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First person to foul. Second team foul. At the line for your Oklahoma City, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Taking 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
It's good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Intentional foul there stops the clock.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
At the line for your Oklahoma City, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 shots.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Those were pressure-packed free throws, and he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on the edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, you have accomplished so much in this league. How have you sustained it for this long?
You know, it's only a select few. It's not many who make it to this point, and I would never take the game for granted. That's why I try to give everything I can till I can't give no more. And I've been around some great players, great coaches, great organizations. And for me to have this opportunity right here means a lot, and I'm very humble.
Well, we appreciate all the work you've put in, man. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, LeBron James.
Coming right up, the Trailblazers taking on the Magic. For the Trailblazers, they know starting the season on the road can make for a difficult start. They hope to rise to the challenge. Magic, Blazers, tip. And now, 2K Sports brings you, it's that. That time of the year, everyone. Opening night for these two teams in this new NBA season.
And we've been waiting all summer, BA, to kick this thing off. So much excitement, so much hope, so much possibility. I'm sure both of these teams are going to come out with a lot of jitters and nervous energy, but we're going to settle in. We're going to see the highest level of play right in front of us. It's time for the NBA to get it started.
Now the opening lineup for the Portland Trailblazers. Stephen Curry is out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. Then it's Deni Avdija. And it's Kamari in at the 4.
I mean, 6'10", about 250. Banchero imposing his will inside.
Pass to Curry. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. Ayton with a screen. Takes a 3. And he buries his first look.
SGA doesn't rely on the 3 to get his points, but man, when it's falling, watch out.
He's established himself as an MVP candidate. But what is the ceiling of SGA in your mind, Brent?
Well, if he's there now, is that good enough, BA? I mean, this guy has a chance to win an MVP award in the next 6 or 7 years, and is going to be considered that caliber of player for that stretch. That's pretty awesome. He can put up big numbers, which is more impressive.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Antetokounmpo. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket on the night. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Orlando. Suggs outside. Back to Antetokounmpo. Over Ayton. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Suggs. Antetokounmpo against Ayton. Got it.
It's so hard to stop down low. Giannis gets around the basket. It feels like within 8 feet he's going to dunk just about anything.
Pass to Kamari. The kick out, Curry. And again, it's Portland with a three. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Here's Wembanyama. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. The Magic have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Ayton against Antetokounmpo. And Giannis with the dunk.
Not much a defender can do against Giannis there.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Get loud, fans. On the court is your hype squad. 3 t-shirts are headed your way. Stand and let us know if you want one.
Showing the numbers from last NBA season, the leaders in team steals. 5th, Orlando.
And this is a team that takes great pride in being aggressive on the defensive end. They take good risk and know when to go after opportunities for steals.
And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And a fun fact here, Brent, the Trailblazers' name was actually chosen by the fans.
Oh, that's so awesome, BA, to remind fans of how it is that Portland got its name. It was an open contest, and they had, I think, over 10,000 entries. And there are a couple other names that we should throw out there. It could have been the Pioneers or the Doug Furs. I think they chose wisely.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here.
DeAndre Ayton at the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And he drops the first. Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
And he can't hit the second. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Giannis has great confidence, and he's playing with it here.
Portland trailing here. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Suggs against Curry. Ayton passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he converts the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points in the game.
Gilgeous-Alexander is such a tough cover, especially at his size.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. 51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Banchero. Here's Wembanyama. Rebounded by Kamari. Portland has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, covered by Wembanyama. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's got the ability to do damage inside and out. SGA's not going to miss that.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Wembanyama against Ayton. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Fires from 14. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
A little mid-range shot is up. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Trailblazers. They're up by 3. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Portland.
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
And Orlando has possession. They trail by 3. Here are the 5. Portland has to start the second. They've got Stephen Curry. He's out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Denny Avdia out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Kamari in at the 4 slot. Curry finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Good D by Wembanyama. And over the last few years, SGA has emerged as an all-NBA level player, Brent. What's been the key to his success?
I think the key, BA, to him is his confidence. I think that he feels like he is overlooked on a nightly basis and does not get the respect he deserves. So he comes in with that chip on his shoulder, and he plays the entire game, coming at any defense that people throw at him.
Kamari, no good.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Banchero outside. Wembanyama against Ayton. Here's Antetokounmpo. The 3 from Banchero. Can't get it to go. 2 for 4 thus far. Portland leading. Here's Avdia. Pass to Ayton. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Kamari. Clock at 6. Now Avdia. From deep 3-point land. Portland again missing.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Banchero no good. Portland has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Avdia passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Curry. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11.
And it's SGA showing he can play without the ball.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. And Banchero, no good on that one. Well, Grant, with all the parity and competition in the league today, there are still those teams piling up losses.
Yeah, BA, and with teams like the Thunder excelling, it's almost like youth is no longer an excuse, but some rebuilds take longer than others.
And he lobs it up top. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Here's the break. Pass to Aiden. Count that bucket. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Good setup. Avdia, he's got such a good feel for the game.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Heading to the court, it's time to get loud for your Fall 7 team.
And while we have a break, here were some of the top free throw shooters in the game last season. Stephen Curry is second, and of course Anthony Simons.
From the free throw line, those two were almost automatic last year. What great assets they are late in the game.
Three minutes of action thus far in the second. Antetokounmpo, right side.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Ooh, Giannis using his length inside.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
On the wing, Curry. Fires it. Rebounded by Suggs. And Suggs has got the ball here for the Magic. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Wagner finds Antetokounmpo. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
They keep capturing the lead and giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Pass to Kamari. Now Aiden. He tries the 3. Pure from 3-point range. Aiden's got 5 points now this quarter.
DeAndre Ayton happy to shoot at that range. Nice stroke.
Wembanyama. Pass to Banchero. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Trailblazers?
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
The free throw drops for Banchero.
And the playmaking skills Banchero has already are outstanding. Just such a unique young player.
And Banchero drops them both.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
And here's Curry. Pass to Aiden. Over Wembanyama. And Aiden gets it to go. Aiden's got 8.
Aiden showing it could be a problem on other spots on the floor, not just the post.
Wagner outside. Back to Antetokounmpo. There's 25 seconds left in the first half of this game. And here's Wembanyama. Shot clock at 5. Here's Banchero. Yes! Banchero fighting for 2.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Portland.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Portland ahead, up 3. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Hi, folks. It's shaping up to be a good second half as we've seen the Orlando Magic trying to take control of this game.
They look great on offense. The ball is flying around. Guys are getting open. It's enjoyable to watch.
Especially for those of us who were brought up playing the game this way.
Okay, so now let's talk about that point guard matchup from the first half.
These two guys have been very competitive with one another. Fans are getting their money's worth right now.
That said, I feel like the guy who can incorporate his teammates in the second half, he's got the best chance to walk away with the W.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
After a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Now Wembanyama. He's scoreless. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Jalen Suggs. And it's Wembanyama in at the center position. So that's who Jamal Mosley starts the second half with.
Giannis can shoulder any load, and he's doing it here.
Well, Brent, although he hasn't won an MVP since 2020, Giannis has been a finalist every season.
Well, B.A., I just wonder if the voter fatigue is something that Giannis is tired of. Forget the voters. Maybe he just wants to focus on getting back to that level. Obviously, in the past couple of seasons, you could say that he might have deserved one more, but this is one of the best two-way players in the league, and he's not going anywhere.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Wembanyama. Back to Antetokounmpo. Here's the floater. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama. Antetokounmpo has got 16 points now. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in.
Well, you could tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
Outside for Wembanyama. Ooh, Wembanyama with the silky stroke from 3.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. You look at Giannis Antetokounmpo. What a contribution.
He's getting loose and doing work. They want to talk this over and find some answers.
Let's hear it for you.
I'll look now at the leaderboard to see which teams had the toughest defenses this past season. Fourth, the Magic.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Back to Curry. Launches it from deep. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Orlando leading. Inside. Wagner on the wing. Banchero outside. And Optia comes to help. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls up, high post. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Their first missed after hitting 3 straight shots, but I like their aggressiveness coming out of the half.
Here's Curry. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Brent, you could hit the 3 back in your day, and no doubt, Stephen Curry is the best three-point shooter in league history. What makes him so good from deep?
To me, BA, it comes down to the way that Steph goes about his habits in practice. If you ever watch footage of him in pregame warm-ups or in the off-season, there is so much variability in what he does in terms of preparing his feet and hands to shoot the basketball. There's no one that practices the way that Steph does, and there's no one that produces the way that he does either.
And so Curry nails both of them. Well, Brent, it's been a blessing to watch Stephen Curry in real time. But he's the kind of player, his highlights will stand the test of time for years.
The best shooter that's ever played the game. Yes, it's been a real treat, BA, to watch all of that happen. But credit to Steph. The early part of his career, shaky with the injuries. The confidence never wavered. And then all of a sudden, behind these magical hands, the game had changed.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
This Magic team is making moves in the East. Star forward Paolo Banchero said, "We're a lot more competitive. We know we're talented. We can play with anybody, and we've proven it. Just one game at a time." Brian?
Got to take that simple approach. A team on the rise, Allie. Thank you.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
There's a minute 59 left in the third quarter. Suggs against Curry. Ayton passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Sinks that one from the post. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 16 points now.
He's making plays all over the floor. Gilgeous-Alexander will not be stopped.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Antetokounmpo is doubled. Wembanyama. Oh! Wembanyama throws it down.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. You look at Giannis Antetokounmpo. What a contribution.
Yeah, the defense has not provided any threat to stop him out there, so it should come to no surprise that he continues to attack the basket.
And a quick pause here. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard and check out last season's best shot blockers. Victor Wembanyama, #1.
Even when the ball would swing away from him, he would rotate and challenge the shot.
There's a minute 12 left in the third quarter here.
I like the way Optia is competing right now, always looking to make a play.
Orlando with the ball. Wembanyama scanning the floor. Here's Antetokounmpo. Portland with a rebound. Kamare's got 4 rebounds now. Gilgeous-Alexander double team. Optia from outside. And it's Orlando with a rebound. Wagner on the wing. He's covered by Curry. Wagner, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Suggs, left side. Sends it home from three-point land. Suggs has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And not wasting any time here. Suggs is quick on the draw off the catch.
Gilgeous-Alexander up top. 16 points for him. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for the Trailblazers, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And the growth that Shea has shown over the years, it has come on so fast with how he has improved, but he's adding to his game.
Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
First team foul.
Orlando shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Giannis Antetokounmpo taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Antetokounmpo. He's perfect from the line this time. 5 ticks left in the 3rd quarter. Fires away from way outside. And that's not going to go. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. Orlando ahead, up by 3. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. Blazers trail by 3. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th. We've got Avdia. Stephen Curry is out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. And it's Kamari in at the 4-man spot. Gilgeous-Alexander double team. Just 5 on the clock. A deep 3. Rebounded by Suggs.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot them.
Oh, look out! Giannis, unbelievable!
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Pass to Curry. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. To the paint. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8-foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
Wagner against Ayton. Wagner, the pass to Wembanyama. Suggs outside. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Down low. Oh, look at Giannis power in.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They trail by 7. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now.
Oh, my. Their coach does not look happy. And I can guess why. Their interior defense has been struggling.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring. And if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Get loud and let them hear it. we're looking for the foul section for a free.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups address the team. He told his guys to up their aggressiveness on the defensive end, saying this game is all about who can get stops right now. I need you guys to bring some more energy on defense. That's how we'll get this win. Guys?
And Allie, thanks. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Again, the miss by Portland.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself.
The feed! The jam! Giannis!
Yeah, you can throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Blazers trail by 9. Pass to Kamari. Over Wagner. Orlando with a rebound. Wagner's got 4 rebounds now. To the inside. Here's Antetokounmpo. Wagner, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Giannis throws it down.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Antetokounmpo against Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander can hit you with a lot of moves. Tricky to defend.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Yeah, they were so aggressive from the start, getting the ball into the painted area. Now, they stuck to their game plan, and it paid off.
We probably have to touch on as well that tonight their penetration has been awesome. I mean, they put force on this game, attacking off the bounce, and the willingness to do that has paid off.
The first free throw is good.
You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has so many of the qualities that you want in a leader. He fights, he's energetic, he's a team-first guy, and he just looks for ways to get his guys fired up.
Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Orlando leading by 9. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Giannis able to get stops from anywhere on the court. Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
Suggs tries from 6 feet, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Suggs. There's a minute 34 left in the game. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Ayton. Curry surveys. Stolen by Wembanyama. Here's Antetokounmpo. To the middle. There's the steal. Curry against Suggs. Avdia passes to Curry. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. It's stolen by Wembanyama.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Magic.
When you look at the stat sheet, it's impressive this wasn't a total blowout. Their offense was in top gear all night long, Grant.
I thought the same thing, B.A. I mean, the difference in field goal percentages is pretty shocking.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
Well, at least they're going to take one game in this season series. It was an uphill climb.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
So impressed with this performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
Pass to Banchero. Back to Wagner. Suggs outside. 6 to shoot. The Magic need to put one up here. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
So it's the Magic winning this one easily. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Giannis, a tremendous performance. What enabled you to win this game so convincingly?
It was a team effort. I think we came out, we did not mess around with the game. We did our job, we defended, we moved the ball. That's what we were able to do, close the game.
Giannis always recognizing the importance of his teammates. Thanks so much, Giannis.
All right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Baring, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.